Abraham Lincoln. He was born February 12, 1809 in Hardin County. Hardin County is in Kentucky, U.S., which makes Abraham Lincoln straight from the South. Abraham's parents were named Nancy and Thomas Lincoln. They were from Virginia. They had 3 kids, Sarah, Thomas, and Abraham. When Nancy Lincoln died in 1818, Thomas took on marry someone named Sarah Bush Lincoln. Even though Sarah Bush Lincoln wasn't Abraham's biological mother, he still loved her as one, because she loved him and all his siblings as her own. He even called her his angel mother. Even though Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States and was very smart and gave many speeches and wrote many documents, he was homeschooled. He did everything he learned was through reading. Abraham Lincoln was a genius in the battlefield. He was a great tactician. But what most people don't know is that he was a pacifist. He only fought when necessary. He mostly tried to find diplomatic solutions to all sparks of war and battles in any situation. Also, what many people do not know is that Abraham Lincoln was a very talented wrestler. And the people elected him because of this, because they thought he was strong. And here's a little video about Abraham.
Party allegiance in time. Mr. Lincoln, you may reply. The good people like a reply. I said, with the good people like a reply. I'll give you a reply.
Most of Abraham Lincoln's speeches and literary works were done between 1850 and 1865. But most of his speeches in the late 1860s were about slavery. Many of the slavery speeches talked about how they should be free, how all slaves had the right to pursue happiness, own land, and freedom. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many quotes, such as, "A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. A house divided against itself cannot stand. All I am or can be, I owe to my angel mother, and a woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me." Abraham Lincoln's first love was Anne Rutledge. On August 25th, 1835, she died of a very high fever. But even though after she died, he married a woman named Mary Todd Lincoln. Together they had, even though Anne died, Lincoln still fell in love once again, took her name Mary Todd. They soon married and had 4 kids. The kids' names were Robert, Edward, Willie, and Ted. They never had any girls. When seeing who would become the 16th president of the United States, Lincoln was up against Stephen Douglas, a Democrat. He won by a landslide. He got the entire vote of the northern states and a few of the south. Abraham being elected president was sparked by his ability to keep his word and never lie, and being known as Honest Abe. And here's a small video about that.
Was Abe Lincoln honest?
Does this dress make my backside look big?
Perhaps.
When being re-elected again, Lincoln won by a landslide, winning over 400,000 more votes than the other guy running, named George B. McClellan. 2 weeks before Lincoln was assassinated, he said that he had a vision of himself dying in a theater. Well, 4 days before his assassination, he gave a speech, the last public address, and this talked about slave rights and who should be free and who should do what. And this sparked John Wilkes Booth, and John Wilkes Booth killed him in the theater in the top row. Lincoln died April 15th, 1865. Abraham Lincoln will go down as probably the world's best U.S. president to ever be elected at any time in any race.